Barbie Epic Road Trip is pretty great. I'm really surprised by just how much I enjoyed this. This is actually an interactive film, at least on Netflix. I'm not a fan of choose your own adventure stories, so I didn't interact with it, but it does seem like the interactive elements flowed really well, and if that's something that you're interested in, I think that part of it would work quite well. This was released in 2022. It's directed by Conrad Helton, and there will be some small spoilers in this discussion. I'm not going to go into a tremendous amount of detail, but there might be a couple of spoilers here and there. And there is one moment that really irritated me, and it's probably such a stupid thing to get irritated about, but I can't work out if they did it on purpose to make Ken look stupid or if it's an oversight. But I will discuss what I mean by that in a little bit. The film focuses on Malibu Barbie, Brooklyn Barbie, Skipper, and Ken, and they go on this road trip for two reasons. One is to get Brooklyn and Malibu Barbies to an audition, because they want to audition to be backup singers, backup dancers for this famous singer, and they're also delivering some puppies, because Skipper has this new perfect match app where it matches up puppies with their new perfect owners. And that's a pretty fun concept. And there are a lot of different dog breeds, a lot of different dogs in this, and I thought that was very cute. I love the animation as a whole is really good, but I love the animation of particular textures, such as the character's hair. I thought looked wonderful when we got close-ups, and also the dog's hair and fur. I thought that looked really wonderful, really great detail, and of course I just love dogs, so that part of it really appealed to me. The other part of the narrative also focuses on Ken trying to find the courage to ask Barbie where they stand, basically. Are they still just friends? Are they more than friends? And of course, the big question there is, what will Barbie's answer be if he does get courage to ask? And I thought all aspects of the narrative flowed together really well. Everything was really smooth. The pacing was great. The animation is beautiful as well, and it's an absolute delight. As I've mentioned numerous times before, I grew up obsessed with Barbie, but I didn't watch a lot of Barbie films. I don't know why. I have absolutely no idea why, but I didn't. So I'm kind of taking the opportunity to rectify that now that I'm 30-something. And films like this are so charming. The animation is lovely, the narrative is very sweet, and I basically can't fault it, apart from one moment. And I will explain what that moment is now, because it really, really irritated me. And I know it is such a stupid thing to be irritated by, but I'd love to know if anybody else feels the same way, first of all, and if you do you think it was intentional or an oversight? Because Barbie orders breakfast for everybody, and she accidentally orders waffles for Skipper, even though Skipper wanted pancakes. And Ken wanted pancakes, but then decided once the pancakes arrived, he wanted waffles. So Skipper has waffles but wanted pancakes. Ken has pancakes but wants waffles. The obvious solution would be to just swap the breakfasts. But no, Ken asks the waitress if he can change his order. And I genuinely don't know if it was an oversight, because obviously the solution would be to just swap breakfasts, because each person has what the other person wants. Problem solved, no food wastage. And instead, Ken asks the waitress to obviously ask the kitchen to prepare him waffles instead. Was it an oversight, or did they intentionally do that to make Ken look a little bit dim for not seeing the solution that was right in front of him? I don't know. I really don't know. But it really irritated me, and it probably shouldn't have done. But that aside, I thought that Barbie Epic Road Trip was a pretty good film. And if, like me, you're trying to watch more Barbie because for some reason it just wasn't in your childhood, or indeed, if you are a fan of Barbie, then I'd say it's worth a watch. Definitely well animated, nice story. The issues with the waffles aside, it is not too bad at all, and one that I'm happy to recommend.